What you cooking? Trey Mungo. Ooh-wee. Tri-tip. Well, good morning, guys. YouTube people, world, whoever, wherever. Welcome back to another half-assed 719. We got the car all buttoned up. Just waiting on the one injector. Throw the injector in, throw the coolant reservoir bottle in, and code the injector to the car and go from there. Then that was yesterday. And then also yesterday, ended up throwing the Banks intake horn on the car or on the truck. So these are all the extra parts. So extra gasket. I have like 4 of these. I wish they would just come with a socket. A little bit longer and a socket. So have a extra wire harness. Have the grid, extra grid heater, whatever, grid delete, grid heater delete, zip ties, Loctite. I didn't use any Loctite because I don't want to. I have the fuel line, the standoffs for this, and I got a dead battery. Probably because the hood light has been on. So this is what I had done. This is what I built. This is what I made. I'll show that in a little bit, but this is what I did. You can see I ended up grinding it, cutting it, and I had a leak. You can see all the emissions, all the soot was leaking. This is a grid heater, an intake heater from a Power Stroke, an old Power Stroke. I just ground off an edge, bolted it in, and threw it in there. I did also have an intake leak, or a boost leak on the gasket. You can see right there. It's dark. So this was like this. So the problem I was having was, I believe, is I didn't tighten these 2 bolts down. I didn't torque them down all the way. Because these bolts right here, if I tightened them down, it pushed this nut into the fuel rail. Fuel rail lays right here. And it was really close, so I don't think I tightened them down all the way, because I was afraid it was going to rub into the fuel rail and then short everything out, cause a fire, who knows what else. But this is what I had in there. So you can see this was kind of ghetto, but whatever. That was like that up against the fuel rail. So fuel rail was on this side. So it's pretty much like that. Almost touching, so I think these bolts, I didn't have these bolts tight. Plus I had a boost leak here. I had the boost leak through the gasket. So anyway, this is all gone. I took this piece off. I painted it. And Yeah, so I didn't use the supplied gasket. I ended up having this Velcro gasket set right here. I've bought like 5 or 6 of these because I was deleting the vehicles every 2 years. But now with this Banks thing, I don't have to buy this set anymore. This can just stay on the truck. So it came with 2 gaskets, 2 of these gaskets, the intake gasket, and then the plenum gasket. So anyway, that's what it came with. This is what we got. This is what we got left of the kit. Just this, the harness, the fuel line. So, yeah. And I did everything without instructions because it was pretty straightforward, and I feel that you can do different stuff without instructions. Oh, and I did have one of my V-bang clamps. You can see the threads right there because this has been on and off so many times every 2 years. The nut went to this one spot and destroyed the thread. So thankfully for the Audi, I needed new hose clamps for the intercooler, and so I had these extra hose clamps, and I just cut that right there and then took the bolt off. Basically just a V-bang clamp like this. This one wasn't the right size, so unfortunately I was thinking and hoping this one would fit, but didn't fit because I was like, heck yeah, I just bought it, but it didn't fit, so I had to compromise. Anyway, but yeah, that's for the Audi. So this is extra washer. I don't know what the extra washer is for. Now I have extra bolts. These gaskets are still good because the truck has probably, I don't know, maybe 1,000 miles since I did the put it back to stock. Probably like 2,500 miles. Anyway, let's go look at it. The truck won't start because the battery. I think the battery's dead. Let's go see what we did. So I don't know if it won't start because of a code. I'm gonna try to start it in here. The battery might just be dead because I had the hood open. It didn't take that long. Oh yeah, battery looks low. Grid heater. Oh, that battery dead. Battery dead. Or the engine seized. But most likely battery. Okay. That's what we got. So like I said, I took this piece off. I painted it, cleaned it, painted it. So it was pretty straightforward for my setup. If you guys are doing the full delete thing with the plate down there, the aluminum plate that's down there, your job will be a little more difficult, but I already went through the difficulty of doing that before. But this was my V-band that just stripped. But anyway, it's all in. Oh, and then I decided to put the Banks air filter back on, because it's supposed to be 50 state legal as well, which is right here. Right here says 07 to 15 Ram 6.7. So 07 to 15. So it's a California compliant CARB, California Air Resource Board, whatever. Stuck the hose on there. I might drill for my pyrometer. I might drill into the intake or the exhaust manifold, because my pyrometer is just sitting down there. But anyway, and I think I got an exhaust leak or something right in here. It looks like maybe that gasket's bad or something. Got a lot of soot right in there, so I might have to take that off or check it, but I think that's where all the smell from the cab is coming from. Anyway, I'll throw a battery charger on these. I'll probably disconnect them and charge them, but looks pretty good. I opted for the raw, if you watched the previous video, and I painted it black because, I mean, it's gonna be hidden anyway. But I did use this harness here, and one of the other harnesses, so the temp sensor and then the EGR actuator. You do have to move your thing. The grid heater thing is right there now. So that's what we got. Anyway, 1 inch wrench, 27 millimeter, whatever. You do have to get a thin wall socket because it won't fit in there. It won't fit in next to that, right? This wall right there. Even the thin scuffed it a little bit, but yeah, it won't fit in right there. So you can either use a wrench, probably just, well, you can't install it before you install the horn because one of the bolts goes down there. Anyway, guys, hopefully it'll run better. Hopefully I'll get better fuel mileage. It'll be faster now that I gotta hopefully fix the boost leaks. Alright, guys, I'm gonna bring this battery charger. Yeah, I'll bring this battery charger and start charging batteries, and then put all this stuff away. This is all the bracket that's under your crank case filter cover. Mine's always been broken. Well, mine was good, but when I sold the 2012, this was actually on the 2012. But when I sold the truck, I wanted it to be better than mine, so I put the trash one on my truck and put the nicer one on. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I didn't, because I didn't have the 10. Maybe I just bought a new one, but this was actually on the 2012. Oh, because I had two, because I bought another engine. Anyway, alright, guys, so that's it. So yeah, if you try to modify yours, this will not. It could work, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would try to put it back here maybe, but you're also restricting a lot of air back in here. Anyway, you got 2 channels. Anyway, alright, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you do. Later. So my little invention that I did was having boost leak issues too, and I recommend this. I don't know what I was thinking, but kind of blocks a lot of airflow. So I'm gonna take it off. This one's probably trash. And yeah, I'm gonna put this in the other one. I'll show you in a second. All right, guys, if you guys have an older, newer, whatever, different style of Banks Monster Ram, I'm gonna do a little modification. So anyway, I just installed a 50 state legal California compliant one on my truck. Welcome back to Half Fast 719, by the way. So there we go. We have that. We have the little grid heater delete installed, everything. So if you just want to do your grid heater delete and you already have one of these, so now this is at your own risk. I'm going to drill this out to a 13/16 drill bit, and then I'm going to tap it to, you can go to AutoZone, wherever, get yourself I think it's a 1997 intake heater. So, and I believe the threads are 22 by 1.50, I believe. I gotta get rid of this. Prep, people, prep. This is how scatterbrained I am. I never prep anything. I just see something as I'm putting it away. I just go for it. So, jeez. Well, I'm going to get these out. Hold on. There is pause. Okay. So it is an M22 or 22 millimeter 1.50. Which doesn't really say anything on here, but so I'm going to drill it out. I'm going to tap it. For this, gotta find a washer, but I'm just gonna thread it in there for now because you have to be able to take this off in order for it to get to this bolt. So there's a bolt all the way down in there that you have to get to. So this will actually help out a little better. So I'm hoping that I got enough on there to get threads on it. Yeah, just barely enough. I think we'll work. I think we'll be good. Anyway, and this is pretty thick. The casting's pretty thick, so anyway, I'm gonna drill it, tap it, set this bad boy in there. The Banks one comes with like a copper washer, like a crush washer, but what I did to my stock intake is I stuck this on the inside and I had a boost leak or carbon leak. Anyway, let's try it out. Hopefully I don't ruin it. $500, $600, I don't know how much these are anymore, but hopefully I don't ruin it, but thankfully I got a new one. All right, I'll be back. There we go, bud. Got the thing installed. The little crush washer on there to seal it. This way it doesn't leak this time. It's in there. Oh, jeez. It's all in there, bro. Heck yeah. I think it'll work. Snugged it up. I don't know, probably snugged it up like 25 foot-pounds. It's holding, but you got to take it off to get the bolt. So that's why I didn't do any thread sealer. All right, guys. Well, after doing it, basically it drilled a hole, 13/16, tapped it 22 by 1.5 reds per inch? No, I don't know what that means. Anyway, yeah, then did a crush washer deal in there. Obviously, I don't know how it's going to work, and probably will never know how it's going to work. But we got all that in there. Obviously, want to replace your gasket, but I'm not sure I'm going to be using this one, so I'm just going to throw it in my box of collectibles. So anyway, like I said, you can get that part from VatoZone or Riley's or any other automotive place. I think it's 93 to 97 power stroke intake heater. It's not like a grid heater, but whatever. Anyway, gonna throw it in the box. It's done. I just had scatterbrain. I always do that. I always see something and then start messing with something, even though I'm supposed to be doing something else. Anyway, yeah, so just gonna throw all my bolts in there. This is my stock grid heater. Bolt was good. Really caked. Anyway, that's the old one. And yep, hopefully, don't think I'll have to delete it anymore, the truck, because I got the Banks one. But I'm going to store all my stock stuff as usual. I do have another intake horn in the shipping container in case I do have to go back to stock. I'll be able to throw it back on. Matter of fact, let me grab it real quick. I gotta grab some pellets for the pellet stove. Jeez, what the heck? It's somewhere in this rainbow right here. So this one's off my brother's truck. He sent it to me because I drilled my hole and I didn't think it was gonna work. So, but his doesn't look too bad. His was a 2015. As a matter of fact, I think I might have cleaned this, but made in China. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. I'm just showing, just try to show people that you can play with stuff, you can modify stuff, try to make stuff work, and do your own thing. Which is why Gale Banks is in business, because he played with something, he figured something out, and that's what he's got. He's got a big, huge product that everybody likes. I like it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying it. Anyway, probably going to have to do a recondition on those batteries. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I got to start cooking some tri-tip. See you guys in the next video. And who knows? Maybe it'll be that. All right, later, guys.